We all know Apex is one of the sweatiest shooters out there, where only pros and tryhards seem to win. As a casual, this can be super frustrating to put up with. So today I'm here to prove him wrong, winning a match without dealing a single point of damage. No bullets, no melee, no problem. Let's see if strategy can beat skill. We drop into the command center and right off the bat our spot is contested. With no other option, I immediately go into strategic retreat. Meanwhile, in true solo queue fashion, my teammates decide the best way to contribute is by going down instantly. Thanks guys. But I wasn't ready to throw this match away just yet. I made my way back to recover their banners, fully aware that enemies were still lurking in their okay, I wasn't expecting this level of close. With my team technically back at full strength, well, except for the minor detail of one of them being completely AFK, I knew we were definitely 100% ready to take on the competition, right? On the way I picked up a charge rifle sniper, not for shooting obviously, that would go against the whole no damage thing, but for scouting, because nothing screams pacifist more than having a weapon half the size of your body. Our rotation into the zone was pretty interesting. We had such a strong position, like pretty much a god spot in the zone, but my teammates, they decided that instead of taking a positional approach, they'd try a dying approach, almost getting me killed in the process. With another major setback, it was just me and Bloodhound left to carry the torch. And by me and Bloodhound I mean me. But at this point I wasn't exactly in a great spot either, sandwiched between two squads. My only hope was to close my eyes, pray they don't hit me and run like my life depended on it. Because it did. No need to give up though, this was just a warm-up. You know how they say every journey begins with a single step? Well, mine began with a stumble and quickly turned into a freefall of a cliff. Maybe we'll have more luck on a new map, so off to Worlds as we go. Our original idea of landing by the tree was abandoned, since half the lobby seemed to have the same idea, so I made a last second adjustment, drifting off into a lava siphon. Throughout this challenge I kept debating whether to play Lifeline or Loba. Loba's teleport ring would be perfect for escaping sticky situations, but considering I just made a video about being a useless teammate for 15 minutes straight, I figured I should try and help out a bit more this time. So I went with Lifeline for the first few matches. At least her healing and revives gave me a chance to contribute. In theory. We had some time to gear up, but there was no time to let our guard down since our Valkyrie scanned enemies just one POI next to us. I figured it'd be smart to rotate into the zone and secure a strong spot for the late game. My teammates thought it'd be smarter to charge right at the squad. So I positioned myself outside the building, ready to flank. Not that I could do much with a sniper, I wasn't allowed to shoot, remember? I decided if I couldn't help in combat, I could at least stay true to character and provide some healing from the distance. Well, this didn't stop our Mirage from dying though. Soon after, Valk went down too, and all that was left for me to do was to wait until the enemies left and go back to the zone to recover my teammates' banners. Easier said than done. I eventually figured out to climb these boxes to reach Valkyrie's banner. So I made my way to the revive station. Close call. Had I leaped off this building, I would have jumped straight into the arms of the enemy that still had my teammates' blood on their hands. Just in time for us to get hit by missiles. Apparently when Mirage got rebooted, so did all of his brain cells, because he ran straight at a fully equipped 3-man squad with nothing but a pistol and 20 bullets. A truly heroic effort, kind of. But no time to mourn our loss, we really had to get going now. The recent buffs to the support class really came in clutch here, because being able to heal twice as much with small heals was the difference between making it into the circle and, well, ending up like Velk. But my troubles weren't over. Making it into the zone just meant getting attacked immediately by Nessies, like adorable little plush monsters, until they start shooting lasers at you. I barely escaped, only to get sandwiched by half the lobby for the second time in a row. Nessies or sweats, it didn't matter, I was doomed either way. So I made up my mind. All the support in the world doesn't mean shit if they end up running into their death like maniacs. So I switched legends to Loba. Additionally, due to the many disconnecting teammates I faced in the upcoming matches, I also switched the game modes to ranked, which made me even more of an asshole putting my teammates' ranked placements on the line, but I knew that with more at stake, my teammates would be less likely to disconnect. This match kinda starts in the middle of chaos, because I only started recording when I thought, hey, maybe this is going somewhere. So basically at this point I had revived my teammates like 3 times. Somehow, despite their dedication to dying, we managed to claw our way into the top 4 though. Sure, my teammates had absolutely no equipment to their name, but that's nothing a good old Loba shop and a little generosity on my part couldn't fix. You're welcome, team. But just as things were looking up, the ever-present threat of the zone came creeping in. So off to Cascade Falls we go. Off to Cascade Falls we... Well, that's one way to get to Cascade Falls. But of course the sound of my respawn ship descending was basically a dinner bell for the remaining teams. And with only one squad left, who by the way had the high ground, we were in a truly uphill battle. Get it? Yeah, I'm just gonna kill myself. Now all I could really do here was sort of take a flank and make myself bait to pull some bullets away from my team so that they might have an easier time repositioning. Again, if I had guns, I could have turned that flank into a beautiful symphony of carnage, but no. Here I was, the pacifist in the war zone, making my little contribution by getting shot. A lot. Now let's talk about Octane's contribution for a second. My guy decided to leave his partner, Lifeline, his actual in-game canon girlfriend, all alone in one of the worst positions possible, basically inviting the other teams to push her. Look, I know my no damage challenge kind of throws strategy out of the window, but couldn't Octane have done literally anything more useful than standing around sipping his imaginary energy drinks while his girl is getting sandwiched? But hey, I wasn't about to let her sacrifice go unnoticed, so I did what any honorable teammate would do. I grabbed her banner while dodging a rain of bullets. And my only hope was to reboot Lifeline before meeting my inevitable fate. And I failed. But hey, second place isn't bad, right? Considering I didn't deal a single point of damage, I'd call this a huge step in the right direction. Okay, I usually don't hot drop, but these teammates looked kinda cracked, so I thought, why not? Let's conquer Fragment. Okay, let's just not talk about it. So now it's just me and Conduit in a full lobby of sweats. Not exactly the dream team setup, but I'm not one to give up so easily. Besides, Conduit looked like a solid player, at least judging by her banner stats. Maybe, just maybe, we still had a shot. And who would have thought? We avoided most fights, rotated smartly, and looted to our heart's content. And then I found it, the key to success. Suddenly, I was the proud parent of these adorable little laser shooting monsters that had killed me the previous matches. Look at my babies. Against all odds, we were now in the top 8. Considering a start like this felt like a miracle. But our luck was about to run out. We zipped straight into the loving arms of an enemy squad. My first instincts were screaming to run, but no, not this time. Me, Nessie and Conduit, combined we took him out. But a squad was still lurking nearby, so we made the wise decision to disengage and prioritize survival. Winning fights was secondary, staying alive was the real goal here. Five squads turned into 2. Somehow, we were finalists. I couldn't believe it. From the ashes of our disastrous start, we had risen to the top 2, but our position was grim, backed against the edge of the red ring of death, with a sea of lava in front of us, and the enemy squad controlling the high ground. We were far from favorites. Then came our Hail Mary. We sprinted through the lava, desperate to reposition. We made it across, but at what cost? Conduit was left stranded in the magma, barely clinging on to life, while I managed to find cover at the edge of the zone. The enemies chasing us like hungry bloodhounds. We were separated, but they had to choose, pursue her or chase me. I did my best to pull attention away from her, buying her crucial seconds to make a getaway. Even the Nessies did their best to aid us. But the damage was done. Conduit was one shot. The fact that she was still standing was nothing short of a miracle. Then came the moment of truth. Should I stay hidden, let her fall and try survive a little longer on my own? No, that was not an option. I sprinted towards her, throwing myself between her and the enemy's bullets, tanking as much as I could, but it wasn't enough. It was a 3v2 after all, and just like that, it was over. Alright, quick heads up guys. Since I was recording pretty much for 2 days, my storage was running low. So I actually pulled off the challenge and managed to win without dealing a single point of damage. But, well, I didn't notice in the heat of the action that it just stopped recording some time before the match. I do have the last 45 seconds where you can see me win, but the rest of the match decided to use a rave queue and disappear into the void. But without further ado, let's get into the final moments of the match. Just trust me, the previous parts of the match were super action filled, with many heroic plays and last second clutches by your hero, of course. But sadly you can't see it, so you'll just have to believe me. Oh, also the few damage that it is displaying is from the Nessies that I have, and not dealt by me, I promise. So, with my Nessies respawning at the perfect moment, I jump onto him, trying to avoid as many bullets as possible. This guy had a perk that allowed him to escape into the void, right as my Nessies finally took him down, and I didn't know what I was gonna do to win this. But then, as he melees me and knocks me into the zone, the red ring of death takes him too. Again, I'm really sorry that I didn't have the last part, like the full round recorded. I hope this last clip that I was able to take is enough for you to believe me. Just let me know if you want to see another video, like a part 2 of this idea. If you have any other ideas for videos, then just let me know. I really appreciate it and I'd like to try new ideas and challenges. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. See you.